Mike, and we understand that you are Doc.
Eagle looking great.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Project Eagle. So, space, engineering, science, anything mechanical, anything that pushes human technology that bit further, I love it. Like, I'm just looking at the top, I saw the word Blackbird, and instantly Blackbird SR-71, Mach 3.3 speed. It just, loads of things. Mars, we have the Mars rover that's powered by, if I'm stamped, correct me if I'm wrong, it's a isotope producing electricity. You have the rover that China just landed on the dark side of the moon. You have Concorde that's built by British people in the 60s with slide rules and can go Mach 2.2. You had the Spitfire in the Second World War that was developed for £10,000 in today's money, and in 6 months. The latest fighter jets take years to develop, and we did it in 10 months. The reason I'm sort of talking is this is not a deep, in-depth game, but it means more to me than that. This is... I'll show you what this is. It needs to be shown. I want to show this. It's not the sort of thing I'm going to... It has a special place in my heart. Things like this. This... I can't describe how this makes me feel other than I am proud to be human because of things like this. This will show us where we can potentially go. And I think we'll be in Mars soon enough. Why not? Eagle Base Mars. There you go. Why shouldn't we dream for these things? Why not? I believe this was made by the Jet Propulsion Lab. Also, great name. I love the name GLP, Jet Propulsion Lab. It's brilliant. Yes, this is not a game, but this is what I love about humanity and about people as a whole. They are astonishing. We are astonishing people. This is just a small, tiny glimmer of what we as humans can do, or have ideas to do. Why go to Mars? There's nothing there. Nobody lives there. Why go to the moon? Because we can. Here's a better way of looking at it. You have a choice. You have to get from here to America. I'm in Europe. You have to get from Europe to America. You can either swim, or you can fly like a bird. What are you going to do? You're going to fly like a bird because it's amazing. It's one of these things, and then if you can fly like a bird, why don't fly as fast as you can, or fly faster than humans have ever flown before? Why not? That's the thing that makes us human. That we go, okay, here's the limit of our current engineering, or physics, or science, or mathematics, or philosophy, or any subjects I may have missed. Because there's hundreds. That's our mechanical limit. What's the next step? Where do we go from there? There's so many good examples of this. Let's think of something. I'm trying to think of something this is all off the cuff because I'd never be able to write a script. But these are just the thoughts that bounce around in my head. I never, unfortunately, saw things like Concorde fly. I have seen a Spitfire fly, and it is breathtaking. I have had a ride in a tank, and it is breathtaking. There is things in this world you can do that just are absolutely astonishing as a person. You can go and do these things. You don't need money to do half these things. You don't need tons and tons of money or billions and billions of pounds to do these things. As humans, we are astonishing. And we've only got to help each other to make ourselves that much better. Yes, in large numbers we can be stupid, but in large numbers we can be... We can do astonishing things, and I don't know how else to describe it. I mean, look at this thing. This is some sort of dome. I think there's somewhere here I click and it will tell me... Oh, sensor mode. There you go. So you have, I think there's a main well, there's a reactor somewhere, launch vehicle service area, a power plant. Here we go. Is it a fusion one? Yeah, fusion power plant. Again, why are we looking into fusion power? Because we can. Yes, there is other needs. We could sit here and go, well, I'll be dead in 60 years, it don't matter. But we don't. We sit here and go, right, I'm going to devote my life to this subject and this subject own and push that as far as I can. And when I'm gone, that information will go on to the next generation. It's... You, sitting there watching this now as a human, are astonishing. You can do amazing things. Everyone has that one thing, that one tiny little thing that they can do astonishingly well. Okay, you have that one little thing that doesn't. You have all these other things that you can't do. I'll take myself for example. I can't read and write. I can't spell my full name. My grammar is appalling. I'm not very good socially. I'm a terrible YouTuber. I can't edit. There's a list of things I can't do. But I love making things, pulling things apart, working. I've got nothing sitting on my desk right now to show you. Oh, have I? That doesn't. There's nothing here directly. There's stuff in the cabinet behind me. But I will sit there and I'll go, okay, let's take fusion reactors. When someone says something like, I see it in a newspaper that says fusion reactor, I go, okay, what's a fusion reactor? I look into it. Okay, why do we need a fusion reactor? What other options are there? And you end up going down this rabbit hole of like, okay, there's a depot. There's a place in France where they're trying to build a fusion reactor, but then there's other companies that are private little companies trying to build micro fusion reactors. Then there's, okay, why fusion? Is there another form of fusion? Is there something else beyond fusion? Then you go down the rabbit hole of solar panel, but then solar panels, you look into space, solar panels are more efficient, but they're not as efficient in space. There's so many things. This is a really weird video I'm doing, but first of all, I wanted to show this off, because this is made by Jet Propulsion Labs. And I just, this I love. This is completely free as well, so you can look around this at your leisure. This is a bit of a weird video for me to make. This is the launch bay, I believe, yeah. I'll show you that at the end. The Mars date, Earth date, 2118. So 100 years in the future, give or take. It's just... Okay. Another way to put this. Go back to 1900. Let's go easy. 1919. Okay? You've just had the end of the First World War. Roughly. Europe is in quite a bad state. There is steamships and steam trains going around the place. There's no computers. If memory serves correct, there's no national grid. There's power stations, but they're local power stations. All sorts of things. Tanks are invented. Flying machines. The Royal Air Force has been born. And rocket motors. I think you'll all have to correct me on the dates, but rocket motors were being played around with as a hobby. And again, it's those people who just played around with things for their entire life that make them amazing. So that's 1919. Roll the clock forward to today, and we have a man in America has his own private space program. In the 1960s, US's government was pouring billions, if not trillions, into NASA. So we've gone from 1919, no real space program what to speak of, and it was all just fictional, to the 1960s where an entire country was pouring its GDP into it, to one man and a couple of £1 billion has his own private space program. That's one subject. Okay? One subject we've gone through in 100 years. This is set in 2118. Can you imagine what the technology on Earth will be like? Just look at the technology in the last 10 years. Go back to 2008. I left school in 2008 and I was using computers with Windows XP and stuff like that. I never had a smartphone. I didn't have a smartphone. This this tiny little thing, which makes most calculators look fat, can do so much. I can sit on that phone, I can buy a house, I can buy stocks and shares, I can buy anything I want. I could probably get married on it if I wanted to. I could edit and record videos on it, which I know some YouTubers do. That's just that, and that's just what's commercially available. A couple of £100, and that's yours. Do what you want with it. 1960, you're still designing things with slide rules. Concorde was designed with slide rules. A Blackbird was designed with slide rules. If you know what slide rule is, it's a mechanical ruler that moves. That basically you do calculations with it. That was in the 1960s. We've had Concorde going at Mach 2.2, which was an astonishing aircraft. And if you ever get a chance to see one in person, just look at it. It's from the 1960s. Look at the cars from the 1960s and then look at Concorde and tell me that's not futuristic. You have Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 in space, in deep space now. Again, all my facts will need to be checked and correct. This is all off the top of my head, so these numbers will be wildly off, but I'm just making my point. My point is, if you're sitting there at home watching this video thinking, I don't know what to do with my life, but you have that one little thing you love to do, get up, turn this video off, and go and do that one thing you love. Because trust me, you'll be the one that makes the difference. And if you're still that person sitting there going, no, well, I'm not that person, I don't have that one key skill, go and find that key skill. Go and do that one thing. You've always thought, I wonder what it'd be like if I started painting or I started drawing. You know the great thing about technology now is you can be god awful at something and put it on the web and people will sit there and go, I like this, but if you did ... better, you'd be better. Same thing applies to my videos and my channel is you will sit there and you look at my early videos and they're horrible. But with people commenting on my channel and people coming back and forth and me looking at other channels and me learning, you, and I mean you, can do the same thing. So I want you to turn this video off now, go and do that thing you've always wanted to do. Go and tweet to that person you've always wanted to tweet to, because they might tweet back. You never know. Send an email to that company you might want to get a job for. Go and ring up that old friend you've not spoken to in a while that you want to go and do that project that you thought about doing years ago. All it takes is one phone call, one email, one tweet, or one tiny little idea, and you'll be off. Oh, it's getting dark. And you'll be off on a new idea. And this has gotten quite deep quite quickly. It won't be easy. Whatever you want to go and do, go and bloody do it. You don't have to have a normal life. What is a normal life? Do whatever you want to do. This is a really weird video, but I've gone with it now. I wanted to show this game off. And I've wanted to make a video about talking about how astonishing humanity can be, and that it is astonishing, even though all the bad things we do. At the end of the day, I think we come out better off overall. What's up here? But anyway, my name's Wolf Grimm. We are all human. We all start with the same things, but we're all slightly different, and the things that are different about us and the imperfection of us is what makes us human. One day we'll go to Mars. Will you be the person that helps us get there? Someone's got to be. I love space travel. I've been Wolf Grimm. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you all next time.